a lot of us have been leaving a lot of money on the table. And let me tell us, the 60% tax trap is real. And there are ways through which you can avoid this 60% tax trap. One of them is when you give to charity, you get something back. Your generosity is being rewarded by the government, and a lot of us just leave the money on the table. Through this video, I will explain to us the things that we need to do in order to be able to claim this money back, and what it is, who is qualified to claim. Not everyone is qualified to claim. I'll follow this video to the end, and you will see a detailed explanation of how to do this, who qualifies, which donation qualifies, and other tiny things that you need to know. Okay, let us go. Okay, the topic is it pays to give. Gift aid, tax relief explained. Okay, and like I've said in the introduction, this could be a way for you to avoid the 60% tax trap. So what is gift aid? Okay, this is a UK government initiative that allows charities and community amateur sport clubs to reclaim 25p for every £1 donated to them by a UK taxpayer. So very important, you must be a UK taxpayer. This will boost their funding without an extra burden on the donors. So for example, if you've given a £100, that becomes £125 in the hand of the charity, because they can go to the government and claim an extra £25 on top of your donation as a top up from the government. So what the government is doing is that they are giving back the taxes you paid on your donation, some to the charity and some to you. In most cases, the charity go and claim back their own, but we don't normally claim back what is due to us, but not anymore. As I'll be showing you in this, you'll be able to understand how what you can claim back and how much you can claim back. So who can collect donations with gift aid? Generally charities. And as you can see, a good example is a church. Not all churches can collect gift aid. If your church is registered as a limited company, then you might not be able to gift aid your giving through them. But most churches are registered as charity, and so you are able to gift aid your giving. In fact, if you've heard the announcement before in your place of worship that there is a need for you to complete a form, a lot of us have been dodging the form. We've not been completing it. You're not doing yourself a favor by doing that, and you are not doing your organization a favor by doing that. So, and you can gift aid your giving even retrospectively. So the ones you give in the last 4 years, you can still gift aid it, and your organization can go and collect the top up. And for you also, you can also do this retrospectively and collect for the last 4 years, whatever is due to you from the government. The next thing is who can donate through gift aid. So an individual who is a UK taxpayer or capital gain taxpayer can donate through gift aid. Okay, you must be at least basic rate taxpayer. So you must earn at least a minimum of 12,571 for you to be able to do that. Anyone who is earning below that cannot gift aid they are given because they've not paid any taxes. So you must be above that threshold for you to be able to gift aid you're given. And if there are years where you've not paid enough taxes or you've not earned enough, you need to let your organization know that this year they should not collect gifted on your donations because you are earning less than 12,571. Before you gift aid your giving, there are a few things that you need to understand, and I will be going through them right now. One of them is the fact that you can't gift aid donations from a limited company. So if you are working through a limited company, you can't gift aid that kind of donation. Okay, so you have to donate. You can only gift aid donations from money that has been taxed. Number two, your gift aid must be genuine. It mustn't be a scheme through which you and the charity wants to cheat the system. So there is a limit to how much benefit you can get from the organization you are donating to. Okay, and here in the screen you can see that if you donate up to £100, you can only benefit 25% of your donation from that charity. Anything above that, you can only benefit 5% of what you've donated up to the value of 2,500. Meaning that, for instance, if you've donated £1,000 to a charity, you can benefit 25% of the first £100, which is £25. The remaining £900, you can only benefit 5% of that, which is about £45 thereabout. That in addition to the £25 that you can benefit from that donation. Okay. The next thing you need to be aware of, that if you did not pay enough tax in a particular year, do not give your donation in that year. And again, you cannot give take more than times 4 of what you paid in taxes. For instance, if you paid 1,000 in taxes, you can't give take more than 4,000 of your donation. Anything above that, it means you're trying to cheat the system. So if all you paid in a particular year was 1,000 in taxes, you cannot give take more than 4,000 pounds of your donation. For you to work out whether you paid enough taxes on your donations, divide the donation value by 4 and compare this figure to the amount of taxes that you paid for the year. So, for example, like I've said, 1,000, you cannot give them more than 4,000 of your donations. And so you also need to be aware that if your tax liability reduces, and you don't have enough to cover your gifted donations, you may wish to cancel your gifted declaration to your organization or to whoever you are donating or have donated to. It's good that you are aware of those so it doesn't come back to bite you. Okay, now what you have on the screen is the current tax bracket for UK. You have the personal allowance, which is up to 12,570, then the basic rate, the higher rate, and the additional rate taxpayers. Okay, when you make a donation, you use money that has already been taxed, like I've said, and so the gift is seeks to refund this tax you've already paid back to you and to the organization that you are donating to. So it's because you don't pay tax in the first bracket, you do not the organization don't get anything, and you do not get anything. So if your income is 12,570 and below, you cannot gift aid your giving. But when your basic tax rate payer and above, meaning that you earn above 12,571, then you can gift aid your giving. Okay, here are some examples, very practical examples. So if you're on personal allowance, like I've said, charity cannot claim gifted on your giving. So if you are basic rate, the charity can only claim 20% and you cannot claim anything. Okay, 20% only to the charity that you've given donations to, but you can't claim anything back in terms of tax relief. Only those who are higher rate band and additional rate band can claim something back when they donate to charity. So if your taxable income is between 50,271 to 125,140, then the charity can claim 20% and you can claim back 20% in form of tax relief. And if you are an additional rate taxpayer, it means you earn about 125,000. Your taxes is 45%. Then your charity can claim 20% and you can claim 25% back. This could be very huge depending on how generous you have been over the years. So, for example, consider a donation of 1,000. The total value to your charity is 125,000. That's what they get. They calculate it based on the money before tax was paid. So they get additional 250 as a top up. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, you get back 250 pounds on your 1,000 donation. Charity gets 250, you get 250. If you're an additional rate taxpayer, you get 25% of 1,250, so you get 312 pounds 50 back as an additional rate taxpayer. So I've got a calculator. I'm going to demonstrate this to us. You can go on these two links and check out the calculators. Let me bring up a calculators for us to try. So let's assume that you donate £1,000 to your charity or to your organization on a monthly basis, and in the particular tax year you donated £12,000. So let's see. So if you are if you are a basic rate taxpayer, you calculate that. So your total donation with gift aid is 15,000. Your charity will get an extra £3,000 back. Then that is huge. That is a lot of help to your charity. So your net donation is 12,000, but they get 15,000. Now let's see where it becomes very interesting. So let's assume you are a higher rate taxpayer. Let's calculate that. So for that, your total donation with gift aid is 15,000 to your charity. You get a tax relief of 3,000. So at the end of the day, the actual cost of the donation to you is just 9,000 because you can claim back 3,000 in tax relief. Okay, let's assume you earn above 125,000. Let's calculate that. So your donation is still 15,000 to the charity because they claim 3,000 back. But for you, you can get you can claim back 3,750. So the actual cost of the donation to you is 8,250. You can play around with this calculator. You can increase or decrease that amount. And let's assume you earn 10,000 on a monthly basis, and you give 1,000 to charity. You've done that for over the last 4, let's say what has been the last 4 years. Okay, you could imagine that will be very good. So that this will be, let's assume it's 4 years, and then that will be 48,000 that you've given to charity. So let's start from here. So your charity will get 60,000. You will be able to claim back for the last, in this particular example, for the last 4 years, you'll be able to claim back 12,000. So the actual cost to you is 36,000. They make 60,000. Let's assume you are 45%, additional rate taxpayer. Calculate that you can claim back 15,000 pounds if you've not claimed that back, if you've not claimed in the last 4 years. So this is legit. This is straightforward. It's here for the government to encourage you to give to charity. What the charity will benefit, and you who is giving to charity will be able to benefit as well. This is very huge. That amount is huge. If you not claim this back in the past 4 years and you've given, I don't know how much you've given, but go and calculate this. This is very huge. I will show you how to do this very soon. Just follow me. Okay, how do you claim your gift aid tax relief? The one way is if you're already submitting self-assessment, you can do that through your self-assessment, and then you can claim that through your accountant, or if you do your self-assessment yourself, you just indicate how much you have donated to charity, and that would reduce how much your taxable income is supposed to be. So normally the first 12,000 is not taxable. So let's assume you are qualified for a relief of 4,000, then that will bump up your non-taxable income to 16,000. So the first 60,000 will not be taxable. Let's assume you want to claim back 10,000. That will bump up your non-taxable income to 22,000. So that 10,000 will be added to your 12,000 personal allowance. Then from there, that will help you to reduce how much your taxable income would be at the end of the day. Okay, and there's one good thing that which is here. Normally, your self-assessment, you normally only report things from the previous tax year, but for gift aid, you can also claim tax relief on donations you make in the current year. Okay, and the good thing here is that let's assume, why will you claim your tax relief sooner? Let's assume that last year your income was over, you were an additional rate taxpayer. You earned over 125,000 last year. But this year, maybe your income dropped to, let's say, below the 50,000, and so you are not meant to claim gift aid on your giving for this year. You can wait till around February, as we are around March. You can now claim based on the tax band you were the previous year. So you don't need to wait till the end of this year before you claim your tax relief. You can claim based on the tax band you were last year. So let me explain this again. Let's assume that last year you were 50,000 to 125,000, so you can claim 20% back. But this year, maybe due to maternity leave or due to changes in your circumstances, your income will be below 50,000. Okay, but you made donation this year, in this current tax year that will end April 5. What you can do is that you can put in, you don't need to wait to the end of the year, because when to wait to the end of the year, you'll be judged based on this tax bracket. So what you can do is you can put in your claims now so that you claim it based on the tax band you were the previous year. That is allowed. And I think that is a very good thing. So you need to be on the watch out for that. So another way for you to claim this back is if it's 5,000 or less, you can call HMRC over the phone, tell them how much you donated, and this will be worked into your tax relief. But if it's a huge amount, you need to give them more information. You need to give them the date when it was donated, which you can easily get from your bank statement anyway, and the organization that you donated to, and that you can pick out from your bank statement. This is what I have done. I've downloaded my bank statement for the last 5 years, and I've extracted the names of organizations, the date in which I've made those donations. Okay, the next thing is another way for you to do this is that you can use your before tax money to make donations. Okay, this is another way for you to reduce how much taxable income you have. Just the way you can put money into your pension before taxes are deducted, you can also do what is called payroll giving. And this is when if your company allows payroll giving, you can give to your charity before you are taxed. And so you don't have to go through all this claiming back of money if you've done so. And so that's another way through which you can do that. But mind you still pay NI on the total amount, but you won't have to pay taxes on donation you've done through payroll. And that will go directly to your charity, and then you won't have to pay taxes on that. I think that's about it. For similar videos like this, or if you have any question, visit my website ibwlg.com, or my social media handle on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, or on YouTube at ibwlg.com. Please like, follow, and share this video to those that might benefit from it. Thank you very much. Okay, that is it. We are not leaving any money on the table this year. And if you have donations you've made to charities over the years, at least for the past 4 years, please go put in your tax relief claim as soon as possible, especially if you qualify for it, depending on the tax bracket you belong to. Thank you very much. Bye.